BMW display key. Now I think this is massively over excessive. This option was £235, look at that. What a location to film, man. Like, I don't know if this is going to last very long. I am likely to get turfed out. I'm currently at Woburn Safari, well not actually at the safari park. The safari park is actually in the distance over there, but I'm on the grounds of the safari park, and look how good the car looks here, man. That is my new M5 Competition, a 68 plate car. It's done 40,000 miles. It's got absolutely massive spec, which I'm going to be going through in this video. I bought it kind of as a bit of stock, but also as a bug, because I really wanted one. And I'm currently daily driving my BMW M4 CS, and in this video we're going to be talking about am I now going to put the M4 CS up for sale, and do I hate or dislike this M5 as much as I disliked my previous one. Right, so this car was £93,660 new, and it had £12,200 worth of optional extras. The biggest extra at the top of the option list there is Bose & Wilkins Diamond Surround Sound System. That was £3,090. Now the reason why I've got the camera set up here is because you can see the speakers here. Look how good they look. They've got a nice silver finish, and then at night time they glow with like a neon blue light behind them. And then on the computer you can change loads of different settings to adjust the sound exactly how you want it, and trust me, it sounds amazing. Night vision with pedestrian recognition, that was £1,595. I've not actually used that yet, but I have seen little previews of it online. Pointless, but it is pretty cool. Now one thing I haven't yet mentioned is I've actually only had this car for 2 days, and I've not yet explored all of the features available in this car, alright? Thought I'd throw that out there. Driving Assistant Plus, that was £1,470. I don't even know what that is. TV function, £890. Massage function in the front seats, £795. Yeah. Oh, it's also got seat ventilation in the front. That was £510. This next one I think is an absolute must. Let's go around the other side. BMW individual. Do you know what, I'm going to block the view of it there. But quickly, BMW individual trim finisher in piano black. Look at that. Now my last M5 had like a silver dash trim, which I really didn't like. But for £495, would I have opted it from factory? I think I would have had to. Another one is pretty good. Let me just put the camera back there a sec. Something that pure luxury cars must have is soft closed doors. Check this out. Now this next one, my old car did actually have it. It was the ceramic finish for the controls on the inside, and that was £420. Oh no, we've got some spectators coming, I think. They're looking at me funny. Sun protection glass, £390. Let's get my fat head out of the way so you can see it. Through loading system in the boot, £325. Ambient air package, that was £265. So basically you can adjust what fragrances you have coming through the air vents on the cockpit of the car. Now again, I don't actually have any idea how it works, but I did notice it's like quite a fancy looking thing in the glove box there, and you can control it all with certain buttons on the dash here. Here we go, fragrance. And you know what? It smells proper fresh in here. BMW display key. Now I think this is massively over excessive. This option was £235. Look at that. Can't really see it because of the sun glare, but it is an absolute monster of a car key, and on this you've got like a little touch screen. Let's just unlock it. Oh, I just locked the car. Didn't mean to do that. I think the idea behind it is you can program the car to get warm before you get into it in the morning. Pretty cool feature, I suppose. I don't think I'll be getting much use out of it though. Universal remote control, £195. Steering wheel heating. Here we go, little button on the steering wheel there. Online entertainment, £160. Don't know what that is. Full merino leather Silverstone with a black colour weld. Them seats look amazing. Let me get back out of the way. And then the final one, which is a free option, is San Marino blue paint, which is one of my favourite BMW colours, and ironically it's the same colour as my BMW M4 CS. Then additionally to that, it's got PS4S tyres on the front and the back. It's got these anodised M Performance tail tips, which I'm a little bit unsure about. A carbon fibre ducktail spoiler, which I really like. These funny looking number plates, yeah, they need to go. And from factory, these cars are 620 brake horsepower, but this one's been stage 1 remapped and it's running at 720. And on that note, I think we need to go for a drive, don't we? Well, let's have a little listen to it, shall we? Sounds pretty good, but it does sound a bit tame, doesn't it? If we put it in M1 mode, which opens up the valves, makes it sound a bit nicer. Listen to this. Yeah, I don't really want to do that too much because I'm already not welcome here and I do not really want to scare all the deer around here, do I? So a couple of things that I didn't mention is they might come from factory or they might come as part of other packages that I've mentioned. Is one, it's got an Alcantara roof lining, which I absolutely love. I paid to get my one installed on my M4 CS. Literally love a car with an Alcantara roof lining. And another thing it's got, which I mentioned in the previous video, is the sensor below the rear diffuser where you wave your foot and then the boot lid opens automatically. Another pretty pointless bit of spec, but it's nice that it's got it. All right, so let's now go for a drive and talk about the issues that I had with my old one and how I feel about those issues with this one. So we are off in the four-wheel drive M5. These are four-wheel drive, by the way, for those that didn't know. They've also got a four-wheel drive sport option, so it makes it more rear dominant. I've got that set up in the M1 mode that we're currently in now. So this is about as much off-roading as this car will probably ever do. So the three things that I disliked about my previous car was, firstly, I just said that it felt a bit sort of springy and spongy. And when I say that, I mean like just the overall feel of the car. They just don't feel, I don't even want to say planted, as rigid as say like the M4. But then the M4 is obviously a club sport car, meaning it was kind of made to be rigid. So again, I just don't think that's a fair thing to say about it, but that was something that I did dislike about it when I owned it a year ago. The second thing was the sound. Now when you sat in the cabin, it all sounds a bit artificial. Now as far as I know, it does have them active sound boxes that that enhance the sound of the car, which is a bit annoying, but when you undo the windows, that pretty much solves the problem. It sounds amazing with the windows down. Loads of exhaust noise, loads of engine noise, loads of turbo noise. It does all make all the right noises, but there is definitely a bit of a negative there with this artificial sound that it creates, which I'm pretty sure you can get that coded out, but that's not a biggie. The third and final thing, which was the biggest reason, the power of this car as well, we'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, the third and final thing, which kind of pushed me away from the M5 and made me want to buy the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, was the fact that M5 that I had serious traction issues. I don't know if it was the fault of the car or a fault with the traction control, but when you put your foot down in the wet, now I've not actually driven this car in soaking wet, but I've driven it in a damp, and it seems to put the power down brilliantly in comparison to that one. That one used to, either the traction control light would be constantly flickering at you, or when you turn the traction control off, it would just have no traction at all, which is really weird for a four-wheel drive car. So it may have been an issue with the car, I don't actually know, but that was one thing that really put me off that car. This car doesn't seem to have that issue, and like I say, it might just be the fact of that this has got Michelin's, I don't know, but this doesn't seem to do that at all. So all the bugbears that I had with that car, this doesn't have. Little annoyances like the silver dash, that didn't really bother me that much, but now that I've got a gloss black dash, I absolutely love it. Although these cars do come out of factory with a lot of spec as standard, because this car has so much more spec than my previous one, it feels like a completely different car. Like, I'm literally loving all the spec that this car's got. So that kind of, another cattle grid, confirms, nice Bentley there, where I'm going with this video. So now let's quickly talk about how this thing delivers power. Let's just switch to a better road first, yeah? The way that it just livens up when you put it into that M1 mode, bear in mind this is only a stage 1 tuned car, it's bloody unbelievable, and the power is really strong at the low end of the rev range. So where that is sort of different to the 6-cylinder engine that's in the M4 CS, it just gives you so much more overall power, and it doesn't help that we've got a bloody Nissan Micra in front of us. Get him out of the way, that's better. it just feels light, it feels nimble. And then from my point of view, as I sit in the driver's seat of this car, which is something that I can't really deliver through the cameras, I am sat in pure luxury. Like, it is unbelievable how nice it is inside the cabin of this car. It does it all. And when I got that idea in my head about changing my M4 CS, which, whoa, that was confident, fair play. That was kind of my way of thinking. I thought, I want something that ticks every single box. And this car does exactly that. And there ain't many cars that do that in the car market. I think the downfall of this car is you feel like you're driving a big bloody boat around all the time. It almost feels like a 7 Series. But do you know what? I've gone through so many bloody cars throughout the whole car market, and I pretty much concluded that there isn't much that offers what this M5 Competition does. So, and because it's tuned, because it's such a high spec level, and because it's in San Marino blue, I don't think I'm going to be rushing to sell it, which that is something I do seem to say a lot. But my M4 CS just didn't offer me what this car offers me. It's kind of tough because I don't really want to sell the M4 CS, but I just don't need it. So the answer to that question is, it is going up for sale, and this is now going to be my new car, which is exciting for me. And I am genuinely, each time I get in the driver's seat of this car, I just love it. I love sitting in this car, and I love the fact that it's got that power just available all the time when you need it. So yeah, man, family car with performance, with luxury, with a big boot, and it's German with a BMW badge. So yeah, that's my new car. The M4 is now going up for sale. I think that's pretty much it for my first drive of my M5 Competition. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, do me a favour, hit the like button, hit subscribe for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock. And if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary, and I'll see you in the next video, alright? Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, bloody typical, innit? Just as I'm enjoying my new BMW M5 Competition, this tuned Mercedes C63 AMG arrived at Binker as a bit of stock. Find out my thoughts on it on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. See you then.